cool church spot, and it's just right down the street from my new apartment, so that's pretty cool. There's a couple different spots that are like really interesting to me. One of them being like this little concrete block area, which leads into grass on two sides, like kind of like this gravel dirt and then concrete, which is kind of whatever. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. And then if you walk over just a little bit, there is also this cool little like spot right here that is like this little grass with like a little wall that goes to these walls. So you can use like a flat wall. I have to test the walls and I have to do it respectfully to make sure I don't damage anything. But it has like this little lip as well. And obviously these really old windows, don't want to touch those. And it's pretty cool because it goes all the way down. So this kind of gives you like freedom to do a whole bunch of stuff. And then there's also this really weird like wall right next to the crucifix, which again, not gonna touch that, but it could make for a cool shot. And like, I don't know, if I'm good enough, I could like jump over the fence and do something. There's like an embankment. There's nothing too much in the back, but it's grass and planters and stuff like that. But I can use like this fence, and if I'm ever feeling good enough, I could definitely do this it's just scary. So, but yeah, it's like not that far, and like I said, I'm going to be respectful and make sure that everything's perfect. But it is cool that I'm able to find something like this, because it doesn't show up on the map, and a lot of places in this town don't really have good like pictures online. So, and even if you go to Google Maps and like do the SOAR method where you trace down, the last time Google Truck was out here was like 2020. So some things appeared, some things don't. But yeah, I don't know. I just like came across this place just driving to the Walmart. And there's also this cool little spot. I don't know what there could be to do there, but it's cool. So I'm gonna do some warm-up jumps and see kind of what I could do. And this is a little shorter than I thought it was. Like, it is knee high. I thought it was hip high, but either way, I mean, it's still pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna get to that. How's it going, sir? Yeah, I'm just doing some parkour. That's it.
What?
Some parkour. Have you ever heard of it?
Okay.
No, it's just jumping around, like doing some flips and stuff like that. Nothing crazy. Just, trying to go out, kind of do my own thing, be healthy, stuff like that. that's pretty much it. I'm just doing parkour.
What is it called?
Parkour, or free running is another word for it.
Okay, so why did you choose this particular property?
Because the architecture here is actually real beautiful, and this spot, just the grass, real nice. To be honest with you.
What's your name?
Angel
Angel
Hernandez.
Hernandez?
Yes, sir.
Where are you from?
I'm from Colorado, but I moved here recently.
How long have you been in Belgium?
About a year. So, yeah. So still new
Do
to me.
you work here?
Yes, sir, I do.
Where do you work?
All right, so far.
This is
Let me put this on down.
our building and grounds guy here.
Yeah.
And so he had some concerns about you being on the property.
Yes.
And with a lot of stuff going on with churches and just public buildings in general, there is some concern about whether or not you had ill intent.
Oh, absolutely not. But I understand, like, coming out, asking questions. I totally understand that. Because it is a dangerous world right now, and I totally get that.
Absolutely.
You can't kill people. You can't.
Perfect.
All right.
I apologize for dragging you guys out here.
No, that's no. We were all. I was out,
They didn't
and
parents.
he called me because he had some concerns, and
And
so
so
I said, "Well, I'll
that
just
makes
stop by."
sense. And,
Yeah, that works. Perfect.
All right.
All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I couldn't give you that permission.
No, you're totally fine. You're
Okay.
absolutely fine. I understand.
All right.
Like I said, nothing bad at all. I'm not mad, nothing. Just, I understand. It's private property, you know. Got to look out for, you know, what's going on.
Right.
you just never know.
Yeah.
So y'all
All
see
right, see you in the morning.
right.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
Nice
All right.
to meet you.
Likewise. You guys
Okay.
have a great rest of your day. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. See you.
Okay.
See you in the morning.
All right.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
You have a good one.
You too.
Well, that was incredibly interesting. I'll wait for this loud car to go by. I don't know how much of the audio I'll use, but you know, they asked me the same questions. Hey, what are you doing here? How long you been here? Blah blah blah. You know, kind of getting the lay of the land, and you know, I was as respectful as I could be. And you know, it's totally fair. They are a little worried about the church, which makes sense, and they're correct. There are a lot of hateful people in the world. Luckily, I'm not one of them. So they said it's cool, and you know, maybe I'll stop by one of these Sundays. I'm not very religious myself, but out of respect, I might do it. Because they were very nice. They were very understanding. Which, I mean, to be fair, immediate response, like, you know, random person we've never seen before, doesn't really look like he's from here, which, you know, totally fair. I'm just like a weird guy. So, doing weird stuff, like, why would you choose here instead of a park? Makes sense. I mean, South Park, if I wanted to be a smartass, but no, I mean, it totally makes sense. We're cool. I'm allowed to stay here, at least now. Which is cool. I appreciate that. You know, I do really appreciate the architecture. Everything I said was true. Like, hey, I'm not trying to harm anything. I'm not trying to hurt anything. Like, I am just here to jump, be active, you know, have fun. You know, I'm not trying to bother any of the patrons. Not coming here on a Sunday and doing all my stuff when they're in there doing their stuff. Like, I tried to wait until it was quiet. So, but yeah, no, they were real respectful. I do have their card. I put it in my backpack nice and safe because that would be rude to throw it away or leave it in my pocket and let it fall out. No, he was very respectful. He had a nice card holder and everything. Reginald, I know you're watching this because you're going to watch this when it gets posted, which is funny. I appreciate you. So, but yeah, I am going to continue doing what I'm doing. Obviously, I already said when I first started recording, I'm going to be respectful of the property and make sure nothing gets broken. I'm going to check every surface, all that other stuff. So I'm glad I recorded that prior to anyone like saying anything, because then it's more earnest, it's more honest. Like when I first got here, it was like, hey, look, this is nice, this is good stuff. So what I told them, you know, it's true, and they'll know it's true, so it's cool. But yeah, I don't know if you'll watch it all the way through, Mr. Jones, but if you do, I appreciate you. And I really appreciate that you are understanding, and I do like the property. I hope to film a larger video here eventually, when I become more comfortable. But it is private property, so if you do change your mind, I'm always here to listen. So, but yeah, and then John, the maintenance guy, if he's watching for whatever reason, hope he has a great return back to San Antonio, he said. And then Miss Caroline, I do appreciate you talking to me about like love and hate in the world. You are absolutely correct, and that's always something I believed in, everything that I was taught. Me and her talked about how, you know, like how we're all the same kind of like human, which is true, but I mean, I'm a weird looking guy in this area, which is fine. Like, it's nothing to do with that, but I understand. Like, you're totally fine. Like, I get it, and I agree. Hate is louder than love. That's just how it goes. But I'm not being hateful. I'm not trying to harm anything. Respectful, talk to everyone. We're all good. So I'm gonna get back to this. All the action is probably gonna go here, except for maybe the warm-up. So we'll find out.